Hello, hi guys. My name is Harvansh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today's video in Microsoft Defender for Endpoint tutorial. So today's video is related to console walkthrough. So that means is we are going to walk through the entire console. What are the policy used? So and which policy we can create where we can create which policy, where we can get the reports, where we can run the KQL query, advanced hunting, and the other stuffs. So let's get started this video now. So it is a content about this video which I'm going to cover up in this video. So console walkthrough will see which rules we can create where, or which policy we can create in the defender console, where we can create like the firewall rules, where I can create exclusions, exceptions, or all these rules where I can create it. So we'll walk through that part. And the defender antivirus status report, that is a more important to see the our defender antivirus status in our defender console. So then we'll go for the defender configuration, advanced hunting, email and alerts configuration, and the defender setting. So let me start this video and go to the console. So I am here under the Microsoft Endpoint Manager console, MEM console, and let me go to the Endpoint Security. So what you seen here in it's like an overview about the product overview. So we can skip this. So all devices, under the all devices what we can get, so it will show you the all devices are available in your MEM. I'm not saying about the Defender antivirus is enrolled or not. So exact report we cannot get it from here. We have the some other places to check whether the Defender is activated or not. So, but yes, these devices are enrolled into Intune. So if you seen it's the managed by Intune, the ownership I take two devices like a personal and the corporate. And let's see, the second option is a security baseline. So if we have any of the security baseline that we can find out here, or if you want to create it or if you want to modify it, you can do it from this option. So security task, so this is not much required, but yes, if we have any of the security task created in our defender, so we can get the report here. So it's just like the overview about the console. So let me move it to the antivirus option. So what type of policy we can create under the antivirus policy? So let me create and see the options are available under here. So we have three options here, like Microsoft Defender antivirus exclusion, then Microsoft Defender antivirus, Windows security experience. So what it does, so actually this option is used to provide an exclusion for your application, your exe, or your the folder. Suppose you want to create any of the exclusion, so you have to select this option. This option is related to your for this scanning. If you want to do any of the scanning, virus scanning, for full scanning, customized scanning, if you want to create an any policy related to scanning. Experiences relevant to the TPM. If you want to enable the TPM on or off your the Windows Defender TPM feature, or you want to control your the security center, so you can create a policy here. But in my the coming videos I will show you the one by one step how you can create the policy, how you can test it. So just let's see the walkthrough for this, where we can get what. So disk encryption is used to create a BitLocker policy. So let's see the option, and it's used to create a BitLocker policy. If you want to enable the BitLocker on your the end user policy, you want to enable the BitLocker and deploy on the end user. Let me go to the firewall, and here this option is related to create a firewall rules. So let's type some policy here. What are the options we can get here? Like if we select the platform, about the Windows, Mac, and the Windows 10 and the config mgr. So let's select this, and as I told, I will be creating a more videos on this. So this option or these options are relevant to allow your the firewall and the ports. Suppose your any application is getting blocked um, by the defender, and it's the traffic is not going out of your machine, or it's not reaching to the your the destination, and there is a blockage source in your the defender. So you can create a Windows firewall rule. You can give the source or the destination IP and relevant to the port, so you can allow the any type of traffic if it is getting blocked by the defender. Let's go to the EDR. So here we can create the EDR, endpoint detection and response rules. So you can create a policy over here. The attack surface rule, you can go here. Account protection, so it's nothing much here. If you want to protect your the accounts, so you can go here and you can create the policy for your the account protections. Device compliancy, yes, so this is something more important about the device compliancy. So if suppose you want to create any the compliancy report, so you can configure over here. So like if you want to create any the compliancy policy and want to deploy on your the end devices, so you can create your the compliance policy here. And it's getting load or load here. So for the moment here there is a no policy related to the compliance policy, and I will be creating and showing shows you in the coming video how you can do that. Just this video is relevant to only for this your walkthrough. And we have the conditionally access here. If you want to create any the conditionally access profile, so you can go here, assessment failure, and the defender, which we seen it's in my the last video. So this is all about to creating the policies, and I think we are missing the one policy. It's related to your the device compliance sorry, the device policies. So if you are any of the device, just the USB device is getting blocked, it can be your pen drive, your like the keyboard docking system, or the any type of device is getting blocked by the defender. So where you can go to the devices. Under the configuration profile, you can create a configuration profile here, and you can allow your the devices. So here you can go and select the creating policy, and you can do that. So let me move it to now on the another console that is called like a Microsoft 365 Defender. So majorly this console is used for the monitoring and reporting. So we can get the status of your the Defender, and the health check reports running the KQL and the other stuff. So let us walk through about all these options. So let's see under the home, what are the options we can get here. Okay, so let's see what are the information we can get on the home page. So here is a, you're the secure score, which usually we have to maintain. It's the secure score is 34.25%. And if there is any issue, compliance issue, or any other policy related issue, so your secure score will down. So we have to maintain this when we are working in our infra. Non-compliance devices is zero, uh, and because I have to only the two devices, and might be when you are in a production you will get the more device count here. The malware remediate is NA, and it's there is no malware remediates, zero user at risk. And the other is like active devices. We have two devices are in a active status, and here you can get the status for misconfigured. If any device is misconfigured, you can get the count here, inactive here, and such as no action is required. So you have like a big home dashboard. You can get the more details about your the defender endpoints, like a discover total discovered device. So it was two devices were discovered, that is a workstation 2. Now let me go to the incidents and alerts. So what happened, the defender will create a automatically incident and alerts when there is a something goes wrong. It can be a virus alert, it can be a security alerts, or it can be something else, which is if the defender suspect anything abnormal activity, it will create an alerts and then it will convert into the incidents automatically. So that's engine is work in that way. Email and email and collaboration alerts. So if you want to send that email, then it you will get the notified over the email if there is any alerts or the incidents. So that's the configuration you can do here, and this is a mostly used part. Advanced hunting, if we need any type of a report, like the firewall devices, your firewall is getting blocked, or your traffic is getting blocked by the firewall, or you want to check the virus definition, or I mean to say, if you want to run any of the KQL query and want to fetch details, you can type the KQL query here in this console and get the details more about the device, like if the any file is getting blocked or device is getting blocked, or you want to check the scanning status, virus definition, or the antivirus engine. So you can write the KQL query here, and here is a like a by default KQL query given by the Microsoft, like the collections, device control, related to device control, delivery, discovery, email, as exclusion. Let me run any of the KQL how it will work. So you can just double click and the KQL will write here. Automatically it will fetch the query. So it will give you the details. Let me show if I can get some data here. Okay, so this is like contains process command line. Let me put this and just let me run this KQL. Might be we have the more data, so you can modify based on your requirement. So if you want to use the by default KQL query given by the Microsoft, if it is useful, you can use this, or if you want to create your own, you can create the own query here, and you can write it by just click the new query, and you can write your KQL query to get the report. Now here is a custom detection rule. If you want to create any of the custom detection rule, you can just go here and can create it. So let me go here under the action center. If you have any alerts or the incidents, so you can go with the action center, and then you can create here. So here it will give you the details, what are the pending actions, historical data. So still there is a no action I have taken on any of the alerts or the incidents, so that's why it's showing the no item found. And this is the history, like if you want to create, if you did any of the work, so you can get the history of your the alerting or the incidents. Here is like a subscription. So if you have the email subscription, email attached URL and related to report, you can get it here. The threat analytics is something like when you want to check your in-depth report about your the virus infection. Suppose your any of the exes got infected, and you want to deep analyze that applications, from where the source is happening, or how it was infected, from where it got started. So all these types of details you can get it over here. And again, it's like the secure score which we seen in the home page. It will give you the similar report here. Okay, so as I shows you, this is something in depth about your the secure score. So like the secure scope is 34.25, which we have to maintain in our infra. um, the regrade to address, how many we have to addresses, what are the problems are there. We can get the more in depth about your the secure score, like required MFA for administrative role as a 6.2. It should be the address or then you can click and can go inside that. So again, I'm saying I will be creating the video, separate video for each and every task, so you will get the more in depth about all these actions. So now let us go for the score. This is just for the learning hub, assets and identities. Let me check this option. So it's okay. So for the moment I don't have any data here, but you can track your the identities from this console. Let me go to under the endpoint, which is very important to understand. Here is the device inventory. So this option will give you the details about how many devices are enrolled into your defender, how many devices are active, and your endpoint status. So if you see here, here is a two devices are enrolled. One is a AAD joined and one is a work group machine. So I enrolled two types of different machine for testing, for the beta testing. Is one I joined as a Azure AD joined and one is in a work group. So like you can say one is a BYOD device that is shows as a work group, and one is a C-wide corporate owned device that is shows as a Azure AD joined. So here you can see the status like a exposure level is a medium, low, Windows type, OS version, is the sensor health is okay, and here is the option here, the onboarding status. So it will give you the detail whether your device is onboarded or not. So if you want to search any devices whether it's onboarded or not, so you can search it over here and you can get the detail. And here is a like a quick dashboard, total devices, high risk, high exposure, not onboarded. So how many on not onboarded devices will reflect over here. Let us go for the vulnerability management, and here is the multiple options, vulnerability dashboards to understand your the vulnerabilities, what are the vulnerabilities available in your infra. Okay, so let's try to understand this dashboard. So exposure is the scope what we have. Out of 100 we have only the 21, and if you want to improve it will give you the direction, or you have to fix your the security recommendation, and then your the dashboard will improve. So it will, it's work on the AI technology, artificial intelligence, and it will automatically shows you your the score or where you want to improve your policies, compliancy, or etc. So here is a Microsoft Windows Defender endpoint on built. It shows some problem and we can go in depth. Let's back to the dashboard again. Okay, so here we have something more like the top security recommendation for this OS, and in the production you will be having mode list here, and the your score for the devices, it's 100% for the security control. And here the exposure distribution, you can see the low or high. So this dashboard you can use um, um, to make your high secure. And here we have the options for the related vulnerabilities. So this option is the partner API. Actually, when you connected with the any third party application with your MDE Microsoft Defender for endpoints, or to your the Microsoft 365 Defender, so you should have some API to connect there. So here is no application now is connected. Let me see the app API exposure. Okay, so here is some examples given to check your the API. Like I can click on this top alerts and it will give you the alerts detail by the API. So when we used PowerShell to collect the details, so we can use the API, the Security Center API from the PowerShell to collect the data from the advanced hunting, or from the this Defender database. Or if you want to reflect your data, present your data in the Power BI, directly you can connect your Defender with the Power BI. So this is these options is more into to connect with the other application. So let's see what are the applications we can used to connect with the defender, or which application can be integrated with your the defender. So we can use the Azure Sentinel, Splunk, ArcSight, IBM Radar, Plastic Security, Safe Beach, and these we have like a big list to integrate our defender. And here is a like a professional services. If you want to use, you can go with this. Now, so we have very big list. I'm not sure I can able to cover up all these or not. So email and all, if you want to trigger any email from the defender, so you have to be configure your the exchange server in your defender. So basically you have to integrate your the exchange server here. Then here's the option for the cloud apps, some authentication, and let me go for the reporting part. I don't want any exchange to be configured right away because it will take a lot of time. Here we have some by default reports, like for the security reports, threat protection, device health, and the compliance. Let's see what is inside here. So if you go in this report, you will get the inside of the device health and the compliance status report from here. And we have the many types of report. Okay, so let's see here in this report what are the status we can get. I ran the report for the device health and the compliance. So in the last 30 days, we have two devices in a active mode, and impaired communication is 0, inactive is 0, and no sensor data is 0. And here is the device summary, how many devices are in a active status, impaired communication, and this will give you the chart for your the device health and the compliance. So here is again antivirus status on this. So we don't have any status for these devices now. So you can check the OS platform, how many types of OS we have, like Windows 10, 11, and all these. So you can check the count. Let me drag on this. It should show two. So green shows Windows 11. I enrolled two Windows 11 devices in my the Defender console, and the Defender devices active is 2. Based on your the OS flavor, it will divide this chart. And here is a Windows version like 16.02, 17, and what type of devices it is. So you can get your the device health. If you need any of the report, so you can go for the reporting part and can check get the report status. Now here is the auditing. For if you did any of the changes, if you create, delete, or also want to audit something relevant to creating policy, devices, deleting, creating, or any type of auditing, you can go on this option and you can get the report. Now let me go for the health status, like the service health status, the message center. Let us check. So it will open a new link, and here is your service health status. So if you seen like your the 365 suite, one advisory, Azure protection, healthy, exchanges online, identity service healthy, Defender 365 is healthy, so it will give you the service health status. If you want to check, if you want to add these option in your daily health checklist, so you can do it. The message center, you can check your the message center status here, the product feedback, and the connectivity. So this is all related to your the health. Here in the message center, what is this? This is like a upload who can the manage the services. We have what are the training issues are there, you can get it from this from the message center here. And like let me go to again back to your the permissions. So what are the permissions we have here? It will give you the list. So Azure AD role, Defender Azure AD group, and the email and the collaboration. So it will give you the details about your the account, what are the permissions you have in the Defender. And finally we have settings. So this settings option will provide you about the security center, Defender for endpoints, and identities discovery. So let us understand about the endpoints. So in this endpoints, um, you will get like a the license detail, email notification, advanced features, sim interaction. So all these features are available here. Let's check about the licensing. So I taken a free plan, and what are the license we have? The plan 2 I used, and I have the 24 licenses available here. And the same thing you can track with your the admin center. So you can track your all the license from there. Email notification. You want to configure your the email notification, so you can go here and create your the email notification for your the reporting purpose. And the roles and the permissions, I want to show you the something else. Yes, the onboarding and the offboarding device. So if you seen my the last video, I showed you the onboarding option in that, from where you can download the onboarding script. So you have to select this option and can get download your the onboarding script, like the local script you want to use, group policy, and the with the configuration manager. So whichever the way you want to use for the onboarding, you can select and download this script from this button. So guys, we have covered up all the things here, and for the deep dive I will be creating a more video to make it clear you're the defender for endpoints. So guys, please keep watching these videos to be an expert for the defender for endpoints. So guys, thank you again, and see you soon in my the next video.